I'm fascinated with this company because it vaguely blows my mind that this is only now being done, that people would leave their children in pre-kindergarten and, of course, suddenly wouldn't have any connection. It would all be, what, paper?
That's what we hear, and that's what I think, whether it's investors or customers, everybody says this should have existed. This should have existed a long time ago. But the trends weren't there, and the things weren't right. And I think, we got in there with the right product at the right time, and that's why we're seeing the reaction, the response to what we're doing.
And now you've got backing $10 million Series A, GGV capital in there, as well as the Chan Zuckerberg initiative. What do you do with the money? How do you start to evolve the business model? Because this is for profit still as well. It is
for profit with a mission, and we believe that as we grow and as we have more scale and greater reach, that there's a massive opportunity to impact the schools and the families and the children that we're working with. The investment for us is about primarily growing the team. We've done a lot and been scrappy with what we have, and now it's about doubling down. We'll double the team this year, invest primarily in the product, and really expand in what we want to offer. Our customers are telling us that they want a lot more, and we're going to go do that for them.
We were just talking about the size of the market here. Yeah. $50 billion that parents are spending per year on their children pre-kindergarten. Why is this so underserved as a market?
Yeah, and I'll say that's just the U.S. This is a global problem, a global industry, and when you step back and look at it, every kid under the age of 5 is going to go through some form of early education, preschool, daycare, after-school programs. It's actually the number 2 thing that families are spending on. So it's the number 2 household expense. If you have kids under the age of 5, a lot of families would actually hear that and say, no, it's the number 1 thing that we're spending on every month. And it just traditionally hasn't been served well. It's also critically important. So when you look at families that are working, they need that form of childcare or school to actually be able to work on a day-to-day basis. And it's one of the biggest things that you can do when you look at our group that's coming in today. That's what they believe in is the biggest thing you can do to affect childhood outcomes and long-term development for those kids. So really, really big, really, really important, but completely broken. And we were able to step in and fix some of that.
And so the way in which you fix some of that is it's almost connectivity. They're able to sign in children, sign out children, send pictures and the like. There'll be other products coming through. It's sort of making an app almost for your childcare. Are you going to look outside the United States? Is there international growth here?
There is, yeah. And it's exactly what you said. It's looking across the spectrum. What we did, I think that was unique early on, is just spent months observing and shadowing folks on the ground and understanding what do they need, what are they using. We saw a lot of paper, a lot of Excel, a lot of old software. And so it's bringing all of that together and making it super simple and easy to use. And the response to that is very global. So we have folks in Brazil and Portugal and China, India using us. We haven't made a big effort there, but we've seen this incredible response. And it's a universal need, both from the school itself as well as the family. And when both of those sides are broken, and when there's a solution that really solves it, it's a universal solution.
It's a freemium model.
It is.
And so, as yet, it's been free, and that's helped to get into, I'm sure, emerging markets like Brazil, which perhaps couldn't afford to escalate. But what are the areas in which companies and schools will start to give you money?
Yeah.
What will you offer them?
Yeah, and we're just starting to do that shift, and we've had this amazing response. Even if it's free, I would say it still has to be really good, right? This is something that as a business owner, you're going to adopt, and as a parent, that you're going to trust. And so we have really built a really good product at its core. The now moving into premium is all about advanced solutions. So if you're bigger and you want to add more and manage your staff and your billing, and you want to manage more components within your school, there's going to be new learning components, for example. What we saw, which I think is really important, is that these are people who want to go in and run a school. They end up having to run a business at the same time. And what you get is this hodgepodge of tools. It's like 10 different systems that they're using to run. And you have paper, and you have Excel, as I mentioned, you have accounting software, all of these different things. And so what we're coming in and saying, no, that should all be one. It should be seamless. It should be easy to use. And so now we have this core product about communication and record keeping, and now we expand that.
One, very quickly, why are not more businesses being invested in this area?
I think it traditionally has been very hard. It's really fragmented, and it's been tough to get scale within this space. And I think what we've shown is by just pouring our hearts and souls into the product itself and building a really great product, there's word of mouth and things spread and can move. But traditionally it's been really, really hard.